Madam President, in these closing weeks of the 111th Congress, the Senate will be saying goodbye to a number of retiring colleagues. For my part, I will miss them all, but I have to be honest, the most poignant farewell for me will be the departure of my dear friend, Senator Chris Dodd of Connecticut. Chris and I have a lot in common. We're both proud of our Irish roots. We were both elected to the House of Representatives at the same time, 1974. Chris moved over here in 1980, and I followed 4 years later. We both ran for president with similarly unambiguous results. Over the years, we've collaborated on many legislative initiatives, including most recently the historic Patient Protection and Affordable Care Act, the health reform bill. As we all know, Chris Dodd is almost literally a son of the Senate. With good reason, he is enormously proud of his father, former Senator Thomas J. Dodd, who was the lead prosecutor at the Nuremberg trials and served 2 terms in the Senate from 1959 to 1971. Chris worked as a Senate page at age 16, was elected to the Senate at age 36. For 3 decades, Chris has embodied everything that is good about this body: a passion for public service, a sincere desire to reach out across the aisle, a great talent for forging coalitions and bringing people together, and a willingness to work extraordinarily long hours in order to accomplish big and important things. Over the decades, Senator Dodd has been a leading champion of working Americans, fighting for safer workplaces, the right to organize, stronger public schools, better access to higher education, and of course, quality health care as a right and not as a privilege. He was the author of the 1993 Family and Medical Leave Act, which for the first time entitled every American to have leave from their job to take care of children or elderly or sick relatives. Make no mistake, Senator Dodd is leaving the Senate at the very top of his game. Last year, when Senator Kennedy fell ill, Chris picked up the torch of health care reform. And when I became chair of the Health, Education, and Labor Committee, I asked him to continue to take the lead in forging the final bill, which he had led so expertly on before. Again, which will go down, I think, in history as one of America's great progressive accomplishments, on a par with Social Security and Medicare. Even before final passage of health reform, Senator Dodd, as chair of the Banking Committee, was hard at work crafting yet another historic bill, the most sweeping reform of Wall Street and the banking industry since the Great Depression. To be sure, other senators played important roles in passing health reform and Wall Street reform, but it was Senator Dodd's dogged work and virtuoso skills as a legislator that ultimately won the day. These 2 landmark laws are a tremendous living legacy to the senior senator from Connecticut. He has made his mark as one of the great reformers in the history of the United States Senate. Mr. President, Madam President, Chris Dodd has accomplished many things during his 3 decades in this body, but in my book, the highest accolade is simply that Chris Dodd is a good, generous, and decent person with a passion for fairness and social justice. For me, it has been a great honor to be his friend and colleague for the last 36 years. Our friendship, of course, will continue, but I will miss the day-to-day association here on the floor and in committee and elsewhere here on the Hill. Paul Wellstone used to say that, quote, "the future belongs to those with passion." Well, by that definition, our friend Chris Dodd has a wonderful future ahead of him. No question about it, he is full of passion. He is full of passion for doing the right things to make us a better country. And no question that the Senate is losing one of our giants, one of our most accomplished and respected members. We're also losing a happy warrior in the mold of a Hubert Humphrey or a Franklin Roosevelt. As the columnist E.J. Dionne has written, the happiness quotient in the Senate will definitely drop when Senator Dodd leaves. I couldn't agree more. For 36 years in Congress, Chris Dodd has faithfully served the people of Connecticut and the people of the United States. and there is no doubt that he will pursue new avenues of public service in retirement. As I said, I will miss his friendship and counsel here in the Senate, but I wish Chris, his wonderful wife, Jackie, and their wonderful two young children, Grace and Christina, the very best in the years ahead.